Okay, 1928, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. 1,000 games for my opponent, very good. Let's play the normal Carol. You can pretty much pre-move d5 in the Carol, but 10-minute rapid, so no need to do that. Okay, let's just get our... actually, I say get our bishop up. I think it's still the right move, but... one of these odd sidelines. Or a little bit less standard theory, but we're just getting the bishop outside the pawn wall. Okay, you might want to go queenside, actually. I wonder if he wants to do queenside. It's going to bring the knight up, because he might be looking this. He might be trying to go this way. Could just castle immediately, of course. But bishop up, we can probably take and push. Oh, he has gone kingside. Okay, I'm just going to go slowly and steadily does it and get castled. So am I going to run the risk of getting trapped? I think I'm going to drop back, because g4... I think I'd be quite happy if he went really attacking having castled. We're threatening to simply take and win a pawn, so he pushes on. So what do we do? I think we just drop back and go to c5. So it's just transposing into a completely normal position. So let's take there. Okay, let's get our knight up, and then we're just going to castle unless he attacks the bishop next move. Still a little bit dangerous if you get lined up here. So a queen down. What's he trying to do with that? I'm not quite sure. It might give us a tempo with knight up, but I don't want anything to do with that just yet. Castled. I'm reserving the chance to bring the bishop back here to deal with this if it happens at some point. But knight up, we get tempo attacking the queen. The knight's not really doing anything this way unless we sack. The knight across looks plainly sensible here. Depending on where the queen goes, we might be able to take and grab a pawn. So I'm just going to try that, just play for it with a view to take and take, depending on what happens to the queen. But the squares are all covered to protect. Unless there's a nasty move like, say, queen here, bishop down or something. But I think I just take, and then trade now, right? Just take and collect and then trade the bishop off anywhere. So we hit the pawn, we can get rid of the bishop, and then we've got another target. Knight up's very natural. Now there's no tricks here, is there? So just take the bishop. Now, bishop up could be useful to try and get rid of this bishop. Knight up is also potentially useful. We hit the bishop and we hit the pawn. And we hit two pawns actually, don't we? I think knight up is just a simple common sense move. We just simply attack everything. Now, he might try and line up queen across and bishop down at some point. So we just got to pay attention. But if we can get a pawn and come back, pawn's a pawn. He's played bishop down, so we can try and grab this one. Rook across, we just come back. Rook takes, and I don't see what we're greatly gaining there. So I like the idea of just a very simple bishop up, but then he might go back this way. Yeah, so that's maybe not quite so good. Pawn up is no good. Okay, so what about queen up as a development move with a view to a move like queen in? Queen up I like the look of. Rook across I like the look of. I just want to be a little bit careful with ideas like this. So let's leave the queen and bishop here for now. We'll keep bishop up in mind, but he can simply drop back and then try and launch forward. So it's not crystal clear yet. So up, does he want to play a knight in? But we just take, right? So that's no good for white. So let's just go here. Well, actually, I've just realised, bishop up, if you go back, we've got knight to d2. So bishop to g5 might be a serious move. If you come in here, I can simply take. So let's see where he goes. So he's gone back, but isn't bishop up a serious move now? If you drop back, we just go across. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is, because I want rid of that bishop. So it seems like a good move to me. Let's pre-move in case he takes. But if he drops back, knight to d2 is a move. Oh, he's played queen across. Okay. But now we can just simply take, and try and target this pawn in the longer run. Or we can try and grab this. So I'm very happy to take there. So do I throw in a holding move now? I've got queen up to hit this pawn. If you come across, I can take and threaten this. See, that looks sensible as well to me. I'm going to go there and just attack the pawn and see how you defend it, because it creates a potential threat. It means I guard this pawn as well, so I'm threatening to take here. Got to still pay attention and be careful. You can imagine if the knight and the queen can coordinate, or if a rook can lift itself along. Still danger. Yeah, that's what he's gone for. So what's wrong with grabbing a pawn now? If you play a rook across, I can simply sidestep the queen, right? And my knight can come back to where it is. So I don't want to burn all the clock. I'm going to take. But we've gained 2 pawns now. So as long as we gain 1 more pawn, we can give the knight up for 1 more pawn. And then that's a fair trade if the knight gets trapped. Has indeed come across. I assume we just want queen over here. Is there anything better? Like queen up to attack the pawn. I don't think I should. I think I need to guard my rook. But we're threatening knight over. We're threatening also just to simply drop the knight back and hit the pawn. Well, pre-move in case takes doesn't. So I can actually take now. And however you take, I've still got knight in. So that should be a really good trade for us. And it should just cleanly win the game. You're barring silly blunders, which do happen, of course. But knight up should be a winning move here. Just hit the queen and the rook. Goes back. So we're going to take. Now we just have to be sensible. So let's give our king a square. Maybe I do a tempo first developing the rook. Does it matter? No, let's do a tempo first attacking the queen. And then we're going to play a move like pawn up. Just to cover the obvious knight move. Then we'll just start marching the pawns and double up and the likes. Yeah, queen across, threatening to trade the queen. Okay, the knight's gone back, so we can come here and hit the pawn and threaten to trade the queen at the same time. He cannot trade the queens. Okay, well, he's allowed that. He couldn't see any way to avoid it, so the queen's off now. So it should be routine now, barring calamity. So we managed to get a very good win there, but let's see how the engine says we actually played it. I gained a whole 2 rating points for that. Oh, I didn't mean to click any moves there. 31 moves, so they're the move times for both players. So let's request an analysis. It's normally quite quick, this, but now and again it takes a while, but it's gone through nice and fast here. So we played a good game, you see, 93% versus 86% accuracy. The engine's not flagged any bad blunders for either player. The CPL is 20 against 39. And yeah, it's just a few early mistakes. We've gained an advantage here and we've actually given it away again. So how did we do that? What did we do wrong there? Oh, I've missed a chance to win the pawn here. When I just developed the bishop, I could have actually gained the pawn there. Takes, takes, knight takes. So I just wasn't paying attention. I missed that. Then here we've slightly better. We've made a slight inaccuracy. Castling was an inaccuracy. We should have taken the knight there straight away, apparently. It just works out a little bit better. And then we just built that gradual advantage. So there's not much else to look at there, but we've just played steady chess. You know, a couple of inaccuracies by my opponent, got a bit of material, and then it's a good win.